Arkansas State plays Appalachian State Tuesday night in Jonesboro. Earlier this week, Blake Anderson was the featured guest at the Little Rock Touchdown Club. Coach joined Justin Akery and me on the zone. The first thing we asked him was what the Red Wolves need to do to take that next step.
You know, right now we got to grow up really quickly. We're playing 11 freshmen. We got 15 guys who started their first game of their career this year, and we got a really small roster. We only took 68. We didn't have 70 bodies to take. We only got 72 guys on scholarship. Wow. And so I think we got to manage, obviously tremendously high expectations. We want to be that team, but we're also got to continue to rebuild. I mean, we're up from 54. I mean, we were 54 scholarships 5 years ago. Now we're 72, so we're making progress. It's just slower than we all want. And then when we get a situation like this, a really talented team but thin, then we got to grow up quickly. And right now it's just some of the growing pains. A couple of the big explosives defensively came on young guys that haven't played very much, a freshman in two cases. And like I said, the offensive struggles came from guys that are starting their first or second game of their career. We got to overcome those mistakes and again, find a way to get points when you got 500 yards, find a way to make them kick field goals instead of getting in the end zone, and win some of those close games till we can grow into a seasoned, veteran, solid football team. And we're trying to get there. Unfortunately, we lost a game in the process trying to get to that point.
They are not going to probably take away any of your media responsibilities the next couple of weeks, but you do get a couple extra days. So how do you utilize that time to best prepare your team with that little extra, I guess, the next few weeks?
Yeah, we really don't have an open week this year. This is as close as it's going to get. So we're going to get game plan practices both Tuesday and Wednesday, albeit we're going to really focus on trying to help some of these young guys grow up, try to eliminate mistakes. We eliminated a lot of the turnovers. We had one. We've not had multiple. We eliminated a lot of the penalties. We just had a few. We moved the chains. We played great at times. We got to eliminate the mistakes. We're going to focus on those Tuesday and Wednesday. Give the guys Thursday off to do some body recovery, some massage therapy. We got some guys beat up playing through pain and injury. And then we'll kind of get back on a normal schedule, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday into a Tuesday game. So we'll use the extra days to learn and teach and get some guys healed up, but not a true open week. It's still game plan mode for App State.
We're coming up for the game, and we know what to expect. We've both been to games up at Arkansas State before. I really hope that your fan base is going to rally for that Tuesday game, because that should be a special atmosphere. You guys are the only show in college football that night, and again against an App State. I mean, I would think that they're going to be at a fever pitch next Tuesday.
Well, they should be. We should. There's some folks that have already dropped off the wagon. You know how that is. You got your few out on Twitter.
You couldn't beat Alabama. They quit you after that. I can understand.
You got your few anonymous voices out on Twitter that want us all fired. But you know what? Our fan base is really good, and I've had way more support. Emails, texts, messages from, hey, man, we're behind you. They'll show up in big numbers. It'll be a great environment, and we're going to go fight hard to get a win against a good team. Like I said, App State's playing as good as anybody in the group of five right now. Almost beat Penn State. Really average. I think them and Alabama are only teams in the country both averaging 50-plus per game, so they're scoring points. They're good on D. Be a huge challenge, but, man, wouldn't that be a great way to get back on it just by beating those guys that are our place?
Let me consult. We're still going to go next week, even though they lost, right? We're going to go. We'll be there, Coach.
Hey,
we're in. We're in. We're excited.
They flew me down today. I'm still here.
I'm excited. I can't.
The lights, I turned the lights on. My key worked in my office, all those things. So, yeah, we're going to keep out. There's still a lot of football ahead of us.
Hey, we've had October 9th circle for a long time. We're excited about coming up. I'm really looking forward to it.
And you really still hold your own destiny.
We do.
I mean, you can still do what you want to do.
That's what's crazy. Now with the new format, we got to control our side. Both App State, Georgia Southern, there's several other teams that we play that are on the other side. We got to win games on our side of the league. We got to do the best we can to continue to grow up and win games on the other side of the league. But the whole deal is, at this point, unless you can run the table, which we're not ready to do yet. Alabama's going to break a lot of hearts. Number one, that's true. They're as good a team as I've ever seen. We didn't win this one against Georgia Southern. Beyond that, we got to find a way to get in a championship game, and that's still ahead of us. We control our own destiny there. We play all the teams on our division. We got to find a way to beat them head-to-head and get in that game. And hopefully at the end of the year, we've grown up and we're a better team. I've been through this before. We lost 2 conference games in 2011 against 2 of the teams that were probably at the bottom of the league. By the time we got to the end of the year, we go to Houston, we beat them. And we won a championship in 2011 against an undefeated Houston team. We were better in December than we were earlier in the year when we lost some games and made some mistakes. And we got to take the same format, just keep getting better, doing what we can do each week to get there, and hopefully it'll be enough.
How good is Alabama? You just said
best team
the
I've
best ever you've seen?
You know, I've always seen big physical teams defensively that were ball control and kind of kept you in the game. I've seen guys that were explosive on offense but had some holes defensively. I did not see a hole. They're explosive on both sides. Their run game is good. They're slinging it around and got speed and space. You punt it or kick it to either returner, they got a chance to take it to the house. And there's a completed football team as I've seen in my tenure in college football. Now,
if they had a little better coach, they'd be all right.
Yeah, that's true. They got a great staff. And so I asked Coach before the game if he had any weaknesses I need to know about. He didn't share any with me. Yeah, I was proud.
We haven't seen any.
What's that conversation like between you and him before?
It was really short. It was really short. Hey, Coach, you got a good team. Thank you. You got a good team, too. Any weaknesses? He said nothing. I said, good luck to you, and I walked off. So that's about how the conversation went after. Hey, great game. Thanks a lot. Good luck to you. We're done.
What
not a lot of talk with Nick. That's not his deal.
We're talking to Blake Anderson. I'm about to let him go. There was an incident over the weekend.
You're going to ask me, aren't you?
Yeah, I got to ask.
There you go.
Is that a no-no in today's society? Can you grab a face mask?
You know, there's a lot of them I've wanted to grab. Just tried not to. You know, mine was a grab as a player. I told him I've been grabbed, shoved, pushed, slapped upside the head, you name it. There's a lot of people obviously that are going to look at it and say it's gone too far. But I'm not judging a guy. I'm not. I'm going to try to keep my hands off of them. I've grabbed some collars and restrained guys from getting into something or made sure that I got their attention when I wanted. I have not grabbed a face mask, but I'm not going to sit here and judge a guy that did. I just know it. In the heat of battle, you're trying to get an attention, and a guy's making a mistake. You definitely want to reprimand him, and you want to teach him and correct it. You don't want him to hurt the team, but that's beyond my pay grade to decide whether or not you can or cannot grab it.
Is there code, or is there someone who tells coaches, hey, don't do this from now on?
Not really. Nobody's ever told me not to. And like I said, it happened to me as a player many times. I mean, I've been yanked by it, drug around by it, you name it. It's just, I think, things have changed a good bit, and things are so much easier accessible. Everything's on social media and TV too, and a lot of what happened back in the day when we were playing was kind of you just didn't see it, and so and I just think you just got to be conscious too. And so, look, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna try to avoid it. I got a temper. I mean, I'm redheaded. It comes honestly, so it's not like I don't get fired up. I just gonna try to do my best to refrain from it. And Jimbo's been around a long time. He's a good ball coach. Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of conversations going on there, but I'm not going to be the one to jump in and judge him in any way, by any means.
Great time with Coach. Be sure to join us Tuesday on The Zone. Justin and I will be live in Jonesboro to preview the game. And check us out tomorrow, 10 to 1, as we break down Arkansas and Alabama. Stick around. We'll be right back. Much more, the final score, when we come back.